All right, we're here at Long Island Elites Combine, and we're here with Anthony Shelton, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Well, we're good. What is it like being over here, at Long Island Elite Combine and watching some of these kids develop just like you when you were a young man?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing that there's an organization that allows these kids to come out and showcase their talents or just get better with the coaching that we have.
I've been here a long, long time, and, it's freezing right now. It's 40 degrees. My feet are absolutely done, okay? I can't even walk. I might have to lose a couple of toes after tonight. I watch some of these kids. They're running in shorts. They're throwing footballs, and they're not cold. Nobody's cold, and I'm freezing right over here. What is it like? I mean, you played for Tennessee. What is it like playing in the snow? What is it like playing in the cold? And you're standing there on the sidelines getting ready to get back into the game.
I came from Alaska before moving here, so the cold doesn't really bother me too much. I can tell you right now, every player on this field, their adrenaline is sky high right now. So they're not worried about the cold or the breeze or nothing like that at all. Their hearts are pounding 100 miles an hour.
You look like you were a defensive player, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now, you look at defensive players. I've spoken to a lot of these young guys, and I know a little bit about football. I know a lot about football. Footwork and handwork is probably the most important, mainly footwork, because as good as your hands are, if you don't have the footwork, you're not going to be able to get past anybody. As a defensive lineman, and you played in all different levels, what do you see is the most important, footwork or handwork as a defensive player?
For a defensive player, really, technique's huge, fundamentals. If you don't have fundamentals and the way you know how to play the position, it's going to be hard for you. Out here, we start from the basics, from, like you said, your footwork, get-offs, your triggers on if an offensive player throws hands up or tries to run a route. We teach how to notice that and how to key on those and react on them. I say footwork, foot speed is going to be the biggest thing you got. Speed is everything. Speed kills.
You can't teach size. I mean, how tall are you? Are you 6'3", 6'4"?
I'm 6'4".
You're 6'4". You can't teach size. So you look at some of these young, small kids that are trying, they're hoping that they're going to be 6'3", 6'4", because they want to play professional football. But we've seen other guys that go to the NFL. They're not as big, but they have the heart. They're tough. They're big. They're strong, and they're athletic. Where do you see a young kid who might not be as tall as you? What do you tell them as a young athlete trying to get to the next level?
For me, everything's heart. If you got heart, you can play any position you want to play. The best safety in the game right now is Anton Winfield. He's only 5'9", so it doesn't really matter how big you are. Your heart and your work ethic will take you as far as you want to go.
I absolutely agree. One more question for you before I let you go, because you got to get back to watching some of these young kids, run and gun. You look at the NFL and you look at the transition of the game and some of the new rules that the NFL is bringing to the table. Do you think this is going to affect the league and maybe opportunities for kids after college to get to the league because of these changes?
I do. The league's always changing, In my opinion, do I like the way where it's going? Probably not so much. There's more organizations that are opening up, like the CFL, the XFL, US Football League. There's still Arena. So there's a lot more avenues that kids can still go and show off their talents and still have an opportunity to get to the league when they're able to.
All right, Mr. Shelton, I really appreciate you, man, for giving us the time. We'll be back after this.